Hi, this is Nathan Tintle. In this Learning Goal video, we will talk about how to summarize two quantitative variables with a scatter plot. We will use the exam times and scores dataset to talk about this learning goal. When you have two quantitative variables measured on each observational unit, then a scatter plot is the appropriate graph to summarize the data. In this case, we have 22 observational units, each student. The explanatory variable is the time that it takes the student to take the exam. In this case, times range from 30 to almost 80 minutes. The response variable is also a quantitative variable. In this case, the score the student received on the exam. In this case, ranging from approximately 50 all the way up to nearly 100 points. After creating a scatter plot, there are four different aspects of the scatter plot to summarize: direction, form, strength, and whether or not there are unusual observations. Let's take these one at a time. When we talk about direction, we're talking about the trend of the data. In this case, the trend or the direction is negative. Students who take longer to take the exam tend to do worse on the test. Second is form. Is the form of the scatter plot linear or curved? In this case, a line is a reasonable way to summarize the overall pattern of the data. This means that a curve would not be a reasonable way to summarize the data. In general, as times increase, scores decrease in a fairly linear fashion. Third, strength. How closely do the points follow the pattern? In this case, we'd call the strength moderate. The points are fairly close to this best fit line that we might use to summarize the data. And finally, unusual observations. There really aren't any here. But if a student had taken, say, 30 minutes and gotten a 50, that would be down here in the left corner of the graph, that would be an unusual observation, falling well outside of the range of typical data. One word of caution. A lot of students often get tricked when they're talking about the form of the scatter plot. In general, assume the form is linear unless there's really strong evidence that it's not, that is, that it's curved. Don't let just a couple of points on the scatter plot change your whole interpretation about form. You really should be looking for the general pattern of the data. Most times, that form, that pattern, will be linear.